This is our job as an international consumer movement. We are here in Sydney with our members to hold these corporations to account. There are good corporations in the world, but there are many, many bad ones. And it's our role here as an international consumer organisation, as the World Federation of Consumer Organisations, to make sure that we hold these to account and that they are not behaving irresponsibly. Well, we wanted to look at companies that had a real impact on consumers all over the world. We wanted to look at the big international brands, and we wanted to make sure that we were dealing with industries that had a real effect on people's lives. So that's why we went for the food industry, the drug industry, the drinks, and the toy industry. We set it against the criteria of a need to highlight global brands and look at the behaviour of some of the biggest companies in the world. For us, it's important that we show that it's not tiny little companies in the backwater that are the problem or the only problem. It's also important to hold these massive multi-billion-dollar companies to account as well. Well, we had 4 categories. For food, we had Kellogg's for their marketing of high in sugar foods to children. We had in the toy category, we had Mattel for their behaviour in the 21 million products that they had to recall due to poisonous levels of lead paint. We also had Coca-Cola in there, who got an award for their bottled water, which they were selling at very high prices. When you've got 1 billion people around the world that are struggling to get access to water, this is a human resource, this is a basic consumer right, access to water. And when you've got something that's coming out of the tap, selling at 100 or 1,000 times the price, it doesn't, it beggars belief. And the overall winner was Takeda Pharmaceuticals for an outrageous ad campaign in the United States where they were advertising sleeping pills to children. The most important thing to show there is that, yes, this is an awful example of pharmaceutical marketing which we need to act against. But at the same level, it's important to highlight that the regulatory body, the FDA, weren't able to stop this advert from getting out there. And indeed, when they finally did do something, it was just a slap on the wrist. The images that went with this ad of school buses, children in classrooms, and a tagline that said, "Back to school. Come and ask your doctor, is Rosalind right for you at this time?" So it doesn't take a marketing degree to realise that what they're doing is pushing sleeping drugs onto children.